Oh, this was something I seen interesting. I feel like was interesting.
Point, should other cultures be able to discuss black issues or use the N word? I'll go last. What do you think, Kiki?
I mean, I feel like you can discuss whatever culture you want to discuss. For me personally, I prefer my non-black friends to not use the N-word. No matter where you grew up, what your experiences were, what your background is, how many rap songs you know, who you've been around, I don't care. And I would prefer that you don't put me in a situation where I have to tell you not to use the N word as well. So that's just my hot take on it. But you can discuss whatever cultures you want to discuss. And everybody comes from diverse backgrounds, and have different things that they've gone through in life to grow up. But if you're not black, to me, it's just like a word that you don't need in your vocabulary. And I don't feel like we in 2025, like why we got to keep explaining that? It's a simple, just don't say it. I don't, there's derogatory terms in other cultures that I just don't use. You know what I'm saying? I just don't wake up and have the desire to use them. They're not in my vocabulary because I would prefer to make my friends comfortable. I don't want to make them uncomfortable. And I feel like anybody who is non-black, you using that words around your black friends, I feel like you're putting them in an uncomfortable position to correct you if they're not okay with this. So,
you know what?
All right.
You know what? Let's play a little reverse psychology on these people. Say it.
Right.
You want to say it, anybody. You want to say it, say it. You got the green light. Everybody can say it. And just see who say it.
They saying it already, but
wait. No, up publicly. Let it out. Let it fly. Mm-hmm. I want to know. You know what I'm saying? I want to know how you really feel. You know what I'm saying? What's your infatuation with that word? You know what I'm saying? I truly do not like when other cultures use the N-word. And I understand that we have made it cool and it's in rap songs and different things. You know how you were talking about other slang and stuff. Mm-hmm. That other slang isn't maybe not be as popular as the N-word. I understand that. Mm-hmm. But still, omit it. It's not that hard.
It's
just
really
omit
not.
it. It's not that hard. We didn't say you couldn't listen to the song. We said you couldn't buy the concert ticket. We said you couldn't wear the clothes and be a part of the culture. We just said omit the word, please. Yeah. That's all we asked. Yeah. And as far as especially now, here's my thing about people discussing black culture, mm-hmm. especially if you benefit from black culture. If you benefit from black culture and you discuss black culture, you can't have a conversation or let me hear you say anything unless you contribute to the betterment of black culture.
Absolutely.
And only way you can discuss it if you contribute to that thing that you're discussing to make it better. That's the only way I think that you should be able to talk about it.
Yeah, and to add to it, Bad Joe, friend of the show, I don't have a problem discussing black culture. I mean, he made his money in black culture, but he's also Latin. You're also Latin. And I get it. The N-word and being able, you say it in your songs, people gave you the pass. But when you use it in a derogatory way about other members of our culture and you not from our culture, that's where it get a little tricky. Especially, it's not in a song. It's not like you trying to make a punchline and this is you being strictly disrespectful to a member of the culture who really is just.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to cut it off. God damn it. Hold on, I'm trying to do something. I should have popped my damn chat out. Wait a minute. That's what I should have did. Where we at with the shit?
He's speaking his piece the same way you speaking his piece. You know, your piece. Black racist. I hate when people say black racist because, I mean, we don't have enough power to be racist, my brother. I just think this is one of those things where Fat Joe got a little comfortable and he just popped off. It just don't do it like that, bro. Yeah. Like, just don't do it like that. You cool, and you should respect black culture. Every time I hear when people disrespect black culture, bro, when you make money off of black culture, you more popular in black culture than in your own culture, partner. You got popping because of what you was doing in our culture, with our craft that we created out the mud. Now, I want to ask, did Joe have a point? Should other cultures be able to discuss black issues or use the N-word?
I heard them talking about that. This obviously was a big deal, this Fat Joe situation and him speaking on other cultures. Let me see what he said. But I want to give my opinion on what was said right there, because I feel different about that whole, well, the first thing is the other cultures using the N-word. Should other cultures be able to use the N-word? In my opinion, I don't care, to be honest with you, and a lot of people may not agree with me. It don't bother me. It's just a word. Number one, I feel like this is just my honest opinion. I feel like it might be maybe 60-40, 70-30. I don't know. But I'm going to the percentages of the amount of white people that would use the word that's racist. I think there's more white people that would use the word in the sense of being cool than it is white people who would use the word being racist. Now, granted, of course, when they get mad, that's what they're gonna call us. You see what I'm saying? But other than that, I think just in regular everyday life, most of them would say it not just being racist, just on some being, trying to be cool because it's cool slang. And it is cool. Like I say the N word like it's going out of style, and I'm black. So them other cultures say it. You know what I'm saying? I done been around white boys. I done been around Asians, you know what I'm saying, Mexicans, and they talking to each other like black men talk to each other. And it's N-word this, N-word that, and woo-doo-woo-woo, and woo-doo-woo. Shit don't bother me, man. It's just a word. Like, I understand the history of the word. I understand where the word come from and all that, but I feel like I'm more evolved than to let words get under my skin like that. You know what I'm saying? I got more important things to worry about than the words that somebody used. And I remember I had a job years ago on the forklift, and it was this white boy. Motherfucker drove a Dodge Challenger. It was like shit was orange, like on some Dukes of Hazzard type shit, but it was a newer model. So we on the forklifts or whatever, and we talking, and I'm talking like I'm talking. I'm nigga N-word, 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 and he said it like, yeah, we lit, nigga, something like that. I can't remember. Basically, he repeated what I said, and he said the N-word, and it hit me. My heart dropped because I couldn't believe he said it. And for a minute, I was like stuck because I didn't know how I wanted to respond. And I was like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I was more shocked that he said it than offended. You know what I'm saying? I done been through so much in my life that words don't really do nothing for me like that anyway, unless it's a direct threat. I tell y'all that all the time. As far as other cultures being able to speak on black culture, I mean, they speaking from the outside looking in, so is their opinion really valid? Like, what I get a lot of flack from, or I used to at least, on Facebook or whatever, is when I would talk about women, is I would emphasize black women. I would always say black women. And for a minute, that led women to feel like, God damn it. That led women to feel like I hated black women. And it's like, no, it's not that I hate black women, but black women is who I have experience with. So how can I talk about any other race if I ain't never really dealt with no other race like that? Like, to me, that's ignorant if I get on here giving my opinion of white women and how they act. You know what I mean? And I ain't never dealt with a white woman like that. That don't make no sense. I can only talk about what I know about. Fat Joe's history of alleged racism. Come on, man. We not finna do this now. Not Joey Crack now. We not finna do that with Joey Crack now. We not finna do that. What happened with Joe, though? What he said? Corey Holcomb goes off on Fat Joe. What did he say, though? Fat Joe comments. What did he say? Because ain't Fat Joe like Puerto Rican and black or something like that? Hold on, let me see. I might need to go to Twitter. Twitter be having everything because I want to be able to get straight to the shit. I don't want to have to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to see if we can get, let's see. Fat Joe calling FBA racist. Check your own backyard first. The solution for hip hop's. So he called somebody racist. What's the? So the FBA is the Foundational Black Americans, right? Which I don't even really know what they do. Is this the clip? Oh, so he said it on Math Show?
That because I think people outside of New York it's hard for them to understand, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Guyanese.
First of all, let's start by this. Let's start by this.
Around each other.
Let's start by this. These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay? It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them.
Right.
Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say a name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean...
The FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is. I'm just keeping it a buck. And their shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them? Like, your leader? Yo, man, you got to be fucking kidding me, man. And so they trying to change the narrative. They're not from New York.
Right.
I grew up loving Busta Rhymes, but fuck that nigga. Feeling like Young Metro, I don't trust that nigga. And the same goes for Fat Joseph twice over.
I don't know who this nigga, but let me run this Fat Joe clip back because I started reading comments and I got kind of sidetracked.
Because I think people outside of New York,
and then on top of that, my damn foot itching.
It's hard for them to understand, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Guyanese.
First of all, let's start by this. Let's start by this.
Around each other.
Give us more credit than that, man.
Start by this. These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay? It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them.
Right.
Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say a name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean...
The FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is. I'm just keeping it a buck. And their shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them? Like, your leader? Yo, man, you got to be fucking kidding me, man. And so they trying to change the narrative. They're not from New York.
Right.
I grew up loving Busta Rhymes, but fuck that nigga. Feeling like Young Metro, I don't trust that nigga.
Alright. I'm confused. What did he say that was wrong? I need more information.
By radical black racist. Let's just say that.
Okay, so he called the FBA radical black racist. What's this?
These rumors were made by the FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is. See this nigga who run them? Narrative, they're not from New York.
Right.
So they telling a whole nother story. This was whoopity doop wop. Yo, bro. Far as I know, we're at Yankee Stadium right now, and it's hip hop's 50th birthday. And the guy who invented it, Grandmaster Flash, my brother carried his crates. My babysitters made up let me hear you say, ho. It's two girls, twins, used to babysit me. They made up, let me hear you say, ho.
Wait now. At some point, Fat Joe gonna have to stop with the goddamn cap.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Nah.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Now, some of his stories be getting authenticated and shit like that. But, come on, bro, really?
So they have a big problem, these guys, right? So they're against anybody who ain't with them. So this ain't a popular message. This ain't what everybody's saying. We might be giving them too much light right here is what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
So it's a small minority.
Nah, I don't think math.
I just told you I stopped my shit because I go too viral. I'm scared. I'm too viral.
Nah. So now that we know that that's math, hold on. Because I need to hear this. What the hell did Fat Joe say? Because this is in relation to other races being able to say the N-word and speak on the culture. Should they be allowed to do that?
If you got a flat
Personally, I feel like if you're in the culture and you're of the culture, then you should be able to speak of the culture if you're had the right to speak on some white girls, because I'd have been with a few. Fat Joe been in the culture since 90-something. I was a kid before I ever knew about this whole New York movement that was going on. I didn't know nothing about no Flo Joe. Like, Fat Joe been around, so I don't know. I'm kind of vouching for Joe, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. And I think he Puerto Rican and black.
Sometimes I say shit I've been saying for years. And the shit just go, you believe Fat Joe said hip hop was Puerto Rican and black? Whoa! My God, the world changed on me, nigga. I'm like, yo,
you know what?
Where you been?
Let's get into that. Because I think people outside of New York, it's hard for them to understand, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Guyanese,
First of all, let's start by this.
Around each other.
Let's start by this. These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay? It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them.
Right.
Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them, or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say their name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean,
the FBA.
I don't really rock with... I rock with who rock with me. And there's a lot of them that don't rock with us. You understand what I'm saying? I have American pride. I'm not one of the good old boys, but I just don't believe that all of us was brought over here on boats from Africa. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You're not going to tell me that it wasn't some of us already here. That's all I'm saying. And because don't none of my people look like no Africans. You understand what I'm saying? My great-grandmother, full-blooded Indian, looked like a white woman. You understand what I'm saying? She's Creole. Indian or some shit. Damn it, all my people dead. I can't ask now to get the exact information. But she was high yellow, and my great-grandfather was black as night. Yeah, you're not going to tell me. Nope.
Foundational black authority. Whoever the fuck these broke niggas is. I'm just keeping it a buck. And that shit is the...
Matter of fact, real quick, I'm going to go into it deeper, then we're going to get into Fat Joe. Because, like, for instance, when with the movie, Black Panther came out, all these niggas went and ran and bought all that. I think I talked about this before. And they ran and bought all that African shit and running around. Man, you will never see me in no African garb. I feel like that's disrespectful to my American heritage. We accomplished too much as a people in this country. We started from nothing. Why would I represent another country that I don't know nothing about? I've been here all my life. As far as I know, all my people on my mama's side and my daddy's side is from here. And we built a culture here that the world follows. Hip hop controls the world. It was invented by black people. All music come from us. People stealing our swag from here. Why would I want to? No disrespect nobody else. You cool or whatever. You got your country back you up or whatever. We don't have no damn country. We don't have no fucking country. We ain't got nowhere. But we got this culture and this heritage. And I refuse to rep anything other than that.
Attack everybody on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them? Like, your leader? Yo, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. And so they trying to change the narrative. They're not from New York.
Right.
So they telling a whole nother story. This was whoopity-doop wop. Yo, bro. Far as I know, we're at Yankee Stadium right now, and it's hip-hop's 50th birthday. And the guy who invented it, Grandmaster Flash, my brother carried his crates. My babysitters made up let me hear you say ho. It's two girls, twins, used to babysit me. They made up, let me hear you say ho. So they have a big problem, these guys, right? So they're against anybody who ain't with them. So this ain't a popular message. This ain't what everybody's saying. We might be giving them too much light right here is what I'm trying to tell you. Right. So there's a small minority to get on them Twitters and they running it up. We got a fucking Looney Tune, like your man Lord Jamal, who's a fucking Looney Tune. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's a loony bin, right?
So I was dating this guy, Chris, for years.
This is a good time right now. If you're here rocking with Unc, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Let me get an airplane emoji in the chat. Please get the likes up. If you're really, really rocking with me, drop me a super chat, super thanks, or super like. I greatly appreciate ya.
He just said that the drug of choice is attention. It's this and this and that. They get a guy who, he was a legend. He's brand Nubian.
Right.
And he's the wackest nigga in the crew, to be clear. But now, this nigga might be like trying to get lit, trying to say anything. The world's flat, the this, that, anything to go viral. I just told you I stopped my shit because I go too viral. I'm scared. I'm too viral.
Right. I think we in the information era, and some people just, they see so many paths, they decide to pick one, and some of them ain't the most popular one. So, you know, they just...
But what I'm trying to tell you is that this opinion comes from a tribe.
Right.
It comes from a group of people that hate everybody but them. You know, there's radical Jews, there's radical Catholics, there's radical Puerto Ricans.
Right.
There's radical anything. If you do enough of that shit, enough of
I'm not radical nothing.
in-house racism, you wind up looking at the world fucked up and you can't even move around.
Right.
You understand? So that's how this shit come about. These guys don't like nobody but them. Hey, fuck that. This guy, well, how could he say this? How could he? Bro, have you been in my hood? Do you know where I'm from? You know, we did my brother's funerals. More black people than Spanish people at the funeral sitting next to my mother. Do you know where the fuck I'm from? But you trying to tell us what happened over here. All the legends I know, when I go to the legendary shit, they're all black and Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And I sit there with them and I'm like, and they don't believe it. They don't understand. They don't understand like that talk. They're like, yo, what the fuck is this about? Like, they're confused. The pioneers, the Grandmaster Flashes, the Cool Hercs, the Melly Mel's, they're like, yo, we don't know what the fuck these people talking about. Because they on Twitter and they doing a little something, but I don't know what the fuck these people doing. Like, they're confused. They fucked with the wrong nigga. That's the problem. Fat Joe the wrong one. He always been the wrong one. He the Achilles of the shit. He gonna come out with that. So you remember Achilles? They wait for the nigga. They look, is he coming out? Is he coming out? Achilles run out with the sword. Oh my God! They fucked with him. They got him about the tent. This nigga, they got, yo, this is the wrong nigga. He don't care. He ain't scared of nobody. He don't give a fuck. He don't care. He got his own money. What you gonna do to me?
Right.
Like, you fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You best leave me alone.
A lot has changed. A lot has changed. I remember when battle rap was you have.
So the issue is Fat Joe said that hip hop is black and Puerto Rican? That's the problem? Lord Jamar responded, I'm not. Damn it, I'm not. Corey Holcomb going off. I'm not. On if Fat Joe is racist too. What the fuck is Lord Jamar talking about?
Let's talk about you rectifying or
fucking Lord Jamar. I'm sorry. I'm rocking. I'm rolling with Fat Joe, man. I'm rolling with Fat Joe. Fat Joe Puerto Rican and black, ain't he? Fat Joe ain't never disrespected the culture. He ain't never disrespected black people. He always stood up for the Puerto Ricans and his brown pride. He repped his culture proudly. Like, I don't think Fat Joe ever disguised who he was.
We get off of Fat Joe, right? I gotta ask you, do you believe he's racist or no?
I think within Puerto Rican culture, and if they keep it real, within Puerto Rican culture lies a lot of racism. Okay? Not just...
I don't know, because I met a Puerto Rican... Oh, my God. Oh, I met a Puerto Rican in El Paso. Oh, my God. Let me tell you, that hoe ain't racist. Shit!
For American blacks, but within their own hierarchy of skin tones. Like, lighter is better. Like, that's just what it is. Like, and not even just Puerto Rican culture. In a lot of so-called Latino culture, if you go to the Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, if the darker ones in the culture are looked down upon and the lighter ones are lifted up. So in that sense, I think there's a certain inherent racism, because also, let's keep it clear, Fat Joe is half Cuban as well.
Okay, and so he's Puerto Rican and Cuban.
Oh yeah, so he's Puerto Rican and Cuban. And again, there's the white Cubans, then there's the Afro-Cubans.
Oh shit, I don't know.
Cubans, you see? And there's...
But Fat Joe always been down.
A certain inherent racism that exists and a disdain that comes with darker skinned people. If Joe was to somehow have a dark skinned child, you know, I bet you.
I'm not listening to this Fat Joe slander. I'm not listening to this damn Fat Joe slander. No. No Fat Joe slander. What Nori said. I seen this too.
And then Fat Joe pulled me to the side and was like, I never said this, Fat Joe, so I'm sorry. If you didn't tell me not to say this. Exclusive! He was like, fuck them Puerto Ricans. He was like, fuck them people from the island. And then Fat Joe pulled me to the side and was like, I never said this, Fat Joe, so I'm sorry. If you didn't tell me not to say this. Exclusive! He was like, fuck them Puerto Ricans. He was like, fuck them people from the island. And then Fat Joe pulled me to the side and was like, I never said this, Fat Joe, so I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's what happened. What is this? Why is this 33 minutes?
Okay. These are brothers who were here in America. Herc is from Jamaica. Right. But, and he's a Jamaican guy. But he adopted American culture. Right. But it's not a conspiracy to say West Indians created hip hop. It just so happens that the person who's the father of hip hop happens to be from Jamaica and came here as a teenager. Right. And embraced and adopted American culture.
I didn't have the hip clothes. I had on the hick clothes.
So is this finna turn into a thing of who started hip hop? Is that what? Oh my God! What the fuck is this shit with Drake? Here he go. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Come look at this. Melly Mel speaks on the recent debate in hip-hop with the creation issue between blacks, Puerto Ricans, and Caribbeans, and the recent issues with Fat Joe on Math Hop and My Expert Opinion podcast. Let me see what Melly Mel had to say. 13 minutes. No. We need a shorter version. Version. Melly Mel. Crash out like rap this Melly Mel if I have to. Got 2 T's with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. It's up. Lost too many homies not to play it safe. People walking around with that stick. It ain't Andre 3K. Don't like to do like I won't drop the low K. Still got PTSD. Fuck the big 3. It's just big me. Nigga. Boom. Alright. I'm trying to find a shorter version, but I guess we're going to have to go to the ticky-tacky. Where was I at on the ticky-tacky? Let me see what this nigga's saying.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, the legend king himself, Grandmaster Melly Mel. What I want to try to do is bring some kind of clarity to a situation that's been floating around. And as a matter of fact, just to try to get it off the front page, you want to put, little weirdness on the back page. Now, they got this whole thing going on about, who started hip hop and who, whether Puerto Ricans was the backbone or whether black people was the backbone of the culture. Now,
because I already have an issue. I be saying, black people started breakdancing and pop locking and shit. You know how heartbroken I was when I found out Michael Jackson didn't invent the moonwalk?
It is no wrong answers. I don't believe in right or wrong answers. But it's results. Now, this is the bottom line. Now, that everybody got their opinion, so now this is my opinion.
What's yours?
It's no black culture. Like hip-hop is not black culture. Hip-hop is Bronx culture. All the shit that made hip-hop, the building blocks of hip-hop, it was formed in the Bronx.
Great answer. Great answer. That was a nice, good political answer. It ain't hip-hop. It ain't black culture. It's Bronx culture.
People was the backbone of the culture. Now, everybody got their opinion, so now this is my opinion. It's no black culture. Like hip-hop is not black culture. Hip-hop is Bronx culture. All the shit that made hip-hop, the building blocks of hip-hop, it was formed in the Bronx. The first popular DJs, DJ Kool Herc, Bronx cat. The first turntablist, Flash, Bronx cat. The first guy to do the scratch, Grand Wizard Theodore, is a Bronx cat, right? The first MC, you're looking at him. I was born and raised in the Bronx, Monsignor Hospital. The Bronx culture is hip hop culture. So the fact that if you got two different sides arguing about the culture of hip hop, you didn't even say none of the Bronx guys' name. Like it's like all this we shit. Like you French. Who's all the we? First of all, whoever's speaking about that, you wasn't even there. I'm there. I'm 16, 17 years old. I'm looking at Herc and them. If you want to talk about hip hop culture and have it being beneficial for somebody, then why ain't he supposed to benefit Herc? Why you can't ask Kaz or somebody? Ask somebody that was there. You're just going to take it upon yourself. Oh yeah, well, so and so started the culture. At the end of the day, the people wasn't even really behind hip hop like that. You want to know who was behind hip hop in the very beginning? Bronx was behind hip hop. That's who was in the parties. And you had a couple of people from the outer boroughs, and they came in, but the whole thing happened in the Bronx. This whole conversation is supposed to benefit the true founders and builders of hip hop, but you never even asked them. Did you ask Herc? Did you ask Biggs, or did you ask Flash? Well, Flash, what do you think about? Oh yeah, foundational Black Americans. We was Afro Americans probably back then. We wasn't even it was no foundational Black Americans. It wasn't the people wasn't behind hip hop other than the people that went to the jams in the Bronx. And let me just say this: when hip hop was first spoken, like in the connotation of it being something. It wasn't even a term of endearment. People, just what people used to say. Now we just called it, we was just jams. We just out in the jams, we jam. So now people would come up to me and say, Mel, you got to get a job because that hip hop shit ain't gonna last forever. That was the first term that had.
And boy, was they goddamn wrong.
That involved hip hop. That's what people used to say. And
the hippity hoppity.
After that, then it became something. After it became a culture, then it became a positive term. So the point that you're trying to make is pointless because first you wasn't there. It was only Bronx cats in the very beginning. All this hip hop culture is really.
But ain't Fat Joe from the Bronx?
Bronx culture, but with culture, see, everybody could do it. So I'm not saying that everybody's not in on it. You are in on it. But it all started with the basic three crews: Flash, Bam, Herc. Then you get into the numbers group. The fearless, the furious, the treacherous, breakout, the funky four. Then it goes to everybody else. But by then the table is set. All the original B-boys, they from the Bronx. Even the music, when they say, "Oh yeah, hip hop is black music," it's Bronx music.
Fuck that! I'm claiming that it's black music. I don't give a damn what they say. It's black music. That's the culture I stand on. Fuck that.
Everybody else's song, the go-to song in all the other boroughs, it was "Love Is a Message." The Bronx was playing Apache. That's what we was doing. Catch a Groove, all that. And if you look at the groups, the greatest, as far as I'm concerned, one of the greatest hip hop songs ever, which is Apache, it was a bunch of white boys and maybe one black guy. Most of the beats, when Run DMC did "Walk This Way," that was a hit.
What? 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 Incredible Bongo Band. Incredible Bongo Band. Fuck around, be a song I know. Watch.
I love my natural hair.
I love natural hair too. I got to see what this song is, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I know this. Oh yeah. That ain't hip hop though. What the fuck are you talking about? That ain't hip hop. That ain't considered hip hop. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Ain't no damn hip hop. Funk, soul, classics. Ain't no damn hip hop. Did he just say hip hop, didn't he? Maybe I'm tripping. Hold on. Let me see. Slide this over a little more so y'all can see that better. And see. Swear this nigga just said hip hop.
Patchy. That's what we was doing. Catch a groove, all that. And if you look at the groups, the greatest, as far as I'm concerned, one of the greatest hip hop songs ever, which is Apache, it was a bunch of white boys and maybe one black guy.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Most of the beats when Run DMC did Walk This Way, that was a hit 10 years hip hop wise. It was new to the public at large, but hip hop wise, that's what we was doing. It was wrong, and it was
all right. I've heard enough of him. Once he said that this was one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. And you know what? This the song that them niggas be breakdancing to. Surely is. They at the breakdance competitions, they be breakdancing to this song. Surely is. Just show the song. Yeah. Well, in closing, I think anybody should be able to say whatever the fuck they want. That's just my opinion. Words don't bother me. I don't care about white people, Asians using the N-word. I don't care about them calling me the N-word. I don't look at respect and disrespect the same way the average person do. I used to when I was younger. Then I realized that life is about more than that. I have more to myself than respect. So even if I get disrespected, as long as a person not violating me to the point of threatening physical harm, I don't care. I don't care because I just want to go home. You know what I'm saying? I just want to go home, keep making that money young so I can get things done young and have some fun young. I'm not trying to get caught up in a nigga moment. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all don't know what a nigga. Let me show y'all what a nigga moment is. I ain't trying to get caught up in a nigga moment just to prove I'm tough. You know what I'm saying? For what? And that's in relation to let people say what they want to say. If people want to ignorantly speak on something they don't know about, that's on them. I don't speak about stuff I don't know about. So if they don't know nothing about black culture and they want to speak on black culture, then let them do it. Just like if black people, whatever. Let people say what they want to say and live your life. You have got to. And don't worry about it. Shit, I ain't got time to be worried about fuck nobody talking about. I don't care. This a nigga moment right here.
Hey. Watch where you walking, nigga. Hey, what you say, nigga?
Watch closely. You're about to experience a nigga moment. Webster defines a nigga moment as a moment when ignorance overwhelms the mind of an otherwise logical Negro male.
What did you say, bitch, nigga? Hey, squeeze it, nigga.
Causing him to act in an illogical, self-destructive manner, i.e., like a nigga. Nigga moments are unpredictable.
Hey, wait, man, wait. This is stupid. Hey, you right, dawg. Look, let's put the guns away and go on about our business. Free.
Pay the fee. I can't assume everybody watched the Boondocks. You know I ain't watched The Wire until like 20 years or some shit after it came out. So I don't know. Don't make fun of me, Jesus. What y'all trying to do to me, man? What more do you want from me? Nah. Alright, so yeah, man. I don't know, man. Let people say what they want, man. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care enough. I mean, the white man really could literally be saying it like with the ER, like, what?